My name is Bob Carney. I build castles now for my vocation. Since I retired 5 years ago, this is my 158th scale model medieval castle in Lego. It's called Pfalzgrafenstein. It's located in the middle of the Rhine River between Koblenz and Wiesbaden. It was originally built as a toll station. The five-sided dungeon was the original building, and then a couple of decades later they decided to protect the tower by building a hexagonal boat sort of shaped castle around it. So the end that faces upriver towards Switzerland is an icebreaker. It's made of the nougat-colored Lego brick, and is the second icebreaker on this castle, the first having been destroyed by ice several hundred years ago. The rest of the castle was originally festered with arrow ports and windows, and when cannon became the vogue, the ports were enlarged to outfit them with cannons to intimidate the shippers up and down the Rhine and extract tariffs from them, which there are several boats going to and from these poor shippers with part of their booty heading back for the castle storage.
Okay. There you go. So that's a really interesting story surrounding this castle. Did you visit this location in real life to kind of research it at all?
Not yet. It's on our bucket list, on the high end of the bucket list.
Yes, definitely. It seems very cool. So when you first started on this build, where did you kind of start from and build out from?
Well, the castle I designed a number of years ago, and then Lego actually put one of them in their Legoland in Germany. So I lowered it down in my drawer full of castle projects. But then when we were looking for kind of a pretty building to bring to Brickworld to catch the eye, it came back to the top of the drawer. I redesigned it a bit, and then basically started from the little island out in the middle of the Rhine and worked my way up.
Okay, very impressive. And if we look here, like you mentioned, it's sort of shaped like a ship with the angles there. Was that hard to achieve, and how'd you do that?
It was pretty difficult to achieve. The big angles aren't too bad, but melding them together with the walkway that goes around on the third level all the way was difficult to mesh together, but it came fine. The castle entrance is up on above the second level because of the flooding of the Rhine River each spring, so that the castle doesn't flood. And then people actually walk down a few steps to get to the ground floor. And then there's a variety of intricate spiral staircases in the turrets that don't all go up all the way, so that if someone was invading the castle, they could get up one story, but then they would be met with troops before they could get all the way to the other end of the castle and find a staircase going up further. So it's a very interesting design for protection purposes.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of thought put into that when they were working on it. So was this castle ever used in any large-scale battle that you know of?
I think it was isolated enough by what is essentially a 300-meter moat that it was used, or the island was used as a troop crossing during maybe World War I or something like that. But I don't think the castle ever got involved in any major conflicts.
Okay. Interesting. If you can talk about some of these ships you've got out here as well, because these are very nice.
Okay, well, I needed some ships to be intimidated by the castle, and I had a couple of cogs already, one small boat, and then my Princess Bride cog, but I needed a larger ship as well, and the Carrack, C-A-R-R-A-C-K, is something like a small galleon from the medieval era, and I tried to, from pictures on the internet, reconstruct that in something that might be carrying a larger cargo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very impressive. And so with this build here, you've obviously got like a lot of those masonry bricks, a lot of white bricks. And you're kind of known for your big giant castles, so where do you generally source your bricks from for these builds you do?
Well, the part of the problem with this castle was not only did I not own a lot of dark orange or nougat colored Lego, but when I built Neuschwanstein 3 years ago, thank you for the interview, by the way, I sold that castle, which pretty much wiped out my white Lego collection. So I really had to order not only the orange colors, but also most of the white color Lego for this project. So it took a while.
Very interesting. Well, I think the build turned out great, and it's always cool to see these historical buildings recreated in Lego, so I appreciate you talking with me about it. Thank you.
Thank you again.